Hi everyone, Mr. D here, Classroom Kitchen. Got another episode for you. Today we're going to show you how to make a nice vegetable soup. This is a really easy one, really tasty one, packing loads of flavours. You can get all the veg out the fridge, out the veg cupboard, get it all in there, okay, use it all up at the end of the week, okay, midweek, whenever you want. This makes fantastic lunches for those people who are cooking lunches at home at the moment. Okay, so there's plenty to get out of this. It's a really tasty one, and it's a really fun one for the kids to do because there's so much to do in it. Okay, so we've got lots of different ingredients on the go, lots of different veggies, lots of different fruits to stick into our vegetable soup today. Right, now what we're going to do, we're going to get started with, some carrot and some potato. That's what we're going to peel first. Carrots are really easy to peel. I'm going to peel from halfway down, holding our hand at the top to keep it safe. I'm going to peel from halfway down the carrot, just like this. Okay, so peel the bottom half. Easiest and safest way for you guys at home this. Hand on the top, peel the bottom, the other half into the bottom half that now becomes the top half. So peel that one. Really good, just like that. And we're starting off with our harder vegetables really, that's how we're making an easy start here. Potatoes are really easy to do. You take a fork instead, place the fork into the potato, and that's going to get your hand further away from where the peeler is going to be. Because the peeler can be sharp, okay, it still is a blade. So we can peel like this. There's zero excuses for helping your adults at home with cooking tea. Really easy to do, no matter what age you are, you can get your hands nice and safely away. You can have a go at peeling your potatoes and things like this. Really easy method to do so. So what we're doing here is we're peeling the potatoes and the carrot first. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to heat up some oil in a pan, okay? And I'm going to get those carrot and the potato in there in a moment, okay? So I'm going to let that hot heat up nicely, then I'm going to put these in. Why do you think I'm going to put these in first out of everything? Why do you reckon I might get them in some oil first? Well, potato, carrot, they're both quite hard vegetables. So if we get those in the mix first, it's going to soften them up nicely, get the flavour on the go, before we even add anything else. Because I know people think of soup as lots of water, and you are going to boil your veg. But just by frying it slightly first, cooking it slightly first, you're going to seal in some of that flavour and it'll hold together a little bit better when you do cook it. So we can take that off of there. All we're going to do is we're going to chop these up. Now I'm going to use a sharp knife, so if you're doing this at home, definitely, adults, you can take over at this point. Okay, so cut off all you're going to do is chop your potato up using your bridge method, hand over the top like that. Knife goes underneath the bridge. Chop it up into some chunks. Keep them relatively small, okay, so that they cook a little bit more evenly, a little bit quicker too. I'm going to have chunks about that size cooking in there. Now the beauty of soup is you can leave it to boil and to cook and to simmer as long as you want really. You don't have to rush that process. So get these on the go. Really easy to do. Chop all that up. So if you're watching on Facebook today, make sure you give us a share. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, give us a subscribe. Tell us what's your favourite type of soup, because there's lots of different soups out there. Now, soup is really healthy to make yourself. When you buy it in the cans and from the big chains, okay, sometimes they add a lot of sugar in there, okay, for flavour purposes and stuff like that. So there's sometimes quite a lot of added ingredients in your soups and things which you may think is healthy, but actually with those hidden extras in there it can be quite nasty. So you've got to watch out for stuff. It's so easy to make your own soup. Okay, it's this easy now. Just get in all your veggies together. Now this is going to make a few meals through the week, okay, in this house. So it can be saved, it can be frozen, it can be eaten whenever we wish to eat it. Lunch, dinner, tea, whatever we want. So with the carrot, all I'm doing now is I'm using my claw method, working my way up the carrot. Really simple to do. And then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop those pieces down a bit more. Might use my bridge over the top, might use my claw method. Depends how chunky you want your veg soup to be. Absolutely up to your personal choice. I like the pieces to be relatively chunky, but some people like it really cut down and like it a lot smoother. You can smooth off your veg soup, so if you have got a hand blender, you can smooth it off later on. So you don't have to have it chunky at all, you can do that. So all I'm going to do, get those veggies in there. You can put some onion in the mix if you want as well, get some onion on the go, cook that through. I'm going to use some spring onions today for flavouring, okay, but you could cook in some red onion or some brown onion first of all. So get that nice and hot, get the oil nice and hot, then we're going to add the potato and the carrot in there first. I'm going to let that cook through. Okay, so we're going to let it fry for a couple of minutes, keep it stirring, whilst we prep a few other ingredients and get them into. Okay, so we're mixing things up, don't do it all at once. So nice and hot. Hear that sizzle straight away, so you know it's nice and hot. Get all the potato, get the carrot in there. The easiest way is to really brush it in. So if you can do, pick up your chopping board, brush that in there. This is one of the biggest chopping boards I've ever seen. Sure yours isn't this big at home. There we go, get that in the mix, get that cooking away, get that stirring. What you want to do is get it all coated in the oil so it's not going to stick. So a little bit of oil in there. If you have to add a little bit extra, you can do. And if you need to, just turn the heat down a little bit, just to let it simmer. Just to let it calm down a little bit so it starts to soften up. Okay, put that on the go. Right, so next thing, all I'm going to do, get some different veggies. I've got some sweet corn here today. So I'm going to chop those up. I'm going to use my claw method. I'm going to work my way along them, just like that, really simple. Other thing that I'm going to put in there, I'm going to put some spring onion in as well. That's really nice, that brings out a few different flavours. So I'm going to put that in there. So nice load of sweet corn to put in. Get some spring onions. With these, what I've already done, I've already peeled the top layer off them. That's really important. Keep checking on your potatoes and your carrots. Want to just keep that mixing around. So at this stage now, as it starts to cook, what I'm going to look at doing, I'm going to pour in some stock. Okay. Now I've gone for some veg stock, but you can use whatever you want. Get some stock in there. And I'm going to let that simmer. I'm only putting a little bit of stock in at a time. So what I've done, I've fried it off there to seal in some of the flavour. But now I've put that stock in there. And I'm just going to put the lid back on so that the steam really starts to soften it down. Okay, so you can do it in a few different ways. All I'm going to do with these, like I said, I've taken the top layer of the spring onion off. I'm going to chop the ends off, I'm going to go along them and chop some chunks off. And I'm not too worried today about the size of the chunks. Normally I say cut everything really thin when you're doing stuff, but even with these today, if I want it a bit chunkier, I can do. So I'll cut those, got a couple more here. Get your spring onion in there for flavour. Really easy to do. Adults, if the kids are using, if your kid's quite young at home, so if you're quite young at home, you need to probably use a more of a butter knife, okay, instead of using a sharp knife. So whichever one you're using, just be really careful with it. When that starts to boil again and then flavour starts to come through, we can start adding some more of this in there. Okay, so it can cook. I've got some seasonings to go into. I've even got some lentils that I'm going to throw in the mix as well today. I'm going to put a little bit of red pepper in there. I'm going to chunk that little bit of red pepper up. So I'm going to start by taking the lid off. Is a pepper a fruit or a fruit or a tomato? Is a pepper a fruit or a vegetable? What do you reckon? What is it, fruit or a vegetable? It's a fruit, okay, because it does contain seeds in it. So if a fruit has any seeds, if it has seeds or it is the seed, then it is a fruit. And if it isn't, then it's the vegetable. So it's all the other parts of the plant, okay, that make up the vegetable. So I've chopped my red onion up, my red pepper up. Getting all my words mixed up today. So cut all of that up. Chop that down. Really easy to do. So all those flavours are ready to go in. That's just going to bring a bit more of a summery side to it today. So you can base your veg soup on more of a seasonal effort. So I wanted to bring a little bit of lightness to it, a bit more flavour, a bit more summer flavour to it. So I've gone with like peppers and spring onions instead. That just changes the soup. Okay, so you go for what you want the sort of flavours you want at the time of the year. You know, if it was the winter, I'd choose a lot more veggies like your carrots and your potatoes, okay, maybe get some turnip in there or some parsnip in there. I'd really thicken it up and go for a thicker soup. But today we're going to keep it a bit lighter, go for some summery vegetables, okay. So, got some chickpeas too, they go quite nicely in there. Chickpeas are full of protein, so that's a really good one to put in. Okay, so that you not just get your fruit and veggies in there, you're going to get a nice bit of protein coming through as well. And then I've got some seasonings, I've got some rosemary and some thyme, and I have got some cumin as well. Now, I've got the stock, and all I'm going to do with this stock is just keep topping it up. But the veg stock's just going to give it that extra flavour that's going to go through. You can top it up with water, you don't always have to use veg stock. If you're going to leave it for long enough, you can just let them vegetables just flavour themselves and flavour that water and that juice. So it's absolutely up to you. So all I've got those on the simmer. They'll be softening up nicely now. I'm going to add these into the mix now. So I'll get these ones into the mix. Get them up there. And all we're going to do now is start getting all of that flavour. The flavour's beautiful already, and this is the best bit about making it. All that flavour comes out straight away when you cook it. So you'll smell it straight away. Beautiful to do. Your kitchen will smell lovely, your house will smell lovely. Get those flavours mixed in. There we go. I'm going to let that cook through. I'm going to have to bring in some more seasoning in a minute. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get the chickpeas in too. Everything can go nice and soft, the way we like it. So I've got some thyme, so sprinkle that in. So that's about a teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. Get some rosemary in there. Get a cute bit of cumin in there, put about 2 teaspoons of cumin in. That goes nice with the flavours. We've got some salt and pepper, so we can season with a bit of that. Bit of black pepper. Bit of salt. Give it a really good stir through. Those flavours are beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit more liquid. Then I'm going to add the lid on it, and I'm going to let this cook now for about, I'd say another 20 to 25 minutes at least. But you can leave it simmering as long as you want. So I turn the heat right down, leave it on a simmer, leave it to simmer as long as you want. I'm going to put that lid back on. The video's going to pause in a second. Okay, it's going to stop. It probably won't do for you guys at home. Will do for me. I'm going to come straight back on in a moment when this is finished. Okay, so in about 30 minutes time, I'll restart the video, show you what we've made, show you how delicious it is, and then you can have a go at doing this at home. So remember, on our Facebook today, give us a share, give us a like. On our YouTube, subscribe to our channel. We'll be back. I'll be back in literally a second for you guys, 30 minutes away. Hi there guys, so we've finished up our soup. I've served it up like this. looks beautiful. You can see the reds, the oranges, you've got the yellows of the sweet corn, you've got the potato. The flavour is delicious. Okay, I can't wait to dig into this. It's a really tasty one, really nutritious, really healthy. You can use it wherever you want it in the fridge. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please join us again for another cooking class. Thank you very much. It's Classroom Kitchen. I'm Mr. D. Thank you for joining us today.